Hi, so we're going to learn about the Google Form basics. Okay, our first step is you want to go to your Google Drive. You want to be over here on the left-hand side where it says New, and you want to create a Google Form. Okay, so one of the first things I like to do is I like to customize the form. I think it's really important if you're creating like a high engagement piece that in this case you definitely want to customize the theme and make it more targeted for your audience. So customize theme is this little palette here. It's over here on the right. First thing I'm going to do is choose a header image. They do give you a lot of choices. And you could stick with one of these, or you could even upload. I tend to find a lot of images and just take snippets of them. Let me see what that one's going to look like. That one's going to be, no, that's going to be too small. So I think I'm just going to, for now, choose one of these here. And typically I do like finding ones that are more specific to what I am teaching in that lesson or assessing. I like having darker theme colors and also darker backgrounds. I think it makes the actual questions pop a little more. And there's not too many font styles, which I think is good. So you don't spend a lot of time on that. Pick something you like or that fits whatever you're teaching. Okay, so again, that was customizing your theme. Okay, so you also want to make sure you give your theme, your form a title. This is going to be the do now you guys are going to complete in your first class. Google Forms basics. And you can see that your title here is also your title up here. Okay, so a couple of things. We have a custom, we have our title. Let's go to settings. I generally make things a quiz. I definitely want it to count for points, and I don't want to do the grading myself. If you're using it as a survey, then obviously you're going to not make it a quiz. You can make default. I like just keeping it simple as 1. I like having them see their correct answers. I don't usually send them a copy of their response, but you certainly can. I do collect emails for sure. And it's up to you whether you want them to be able to like see the answers and change their answers or not. And if you only want one response or not. So those are all things you can consider. Okay. I think that's about all I'm going to do for settings right now. Let's go back to questions and start making our questions. So I like having a planning guide. I might just jot it down on a piece of paper. This time it's a little more complex. I actually made a Google Doc and have my ideas here. So first I'm going to have a question about checkboxes. So let's go back to my. So I'm going to change from multiple choice to checkboxes. I'm going to add an image. And it's from my computer. There it is. I already have a snippet of that. Okay, so which of the following choices are good ways to use Google Forms? And I'm going to have choose 4. Okay. When it's a checkbox, or when they have more than one answer, that's when you would use a checkbox. Tell them how many. don't make them guess. It's just going to frustrate you and them because maybe they'll get 3 out of the 4, but they're going to get no credit, no points, and it's just going to be very frustrating. And that's not the point of it. So tell them how many to look for. Okay, so I'm going to have my options here. Again, I'm giving an image. It's okay. And again, you can fast forward through things that you already know, or pause and try this with me. Um, some wrong answers in there. Mm, okay, and then to check off the correct answers. Okay. Done. Okay. And I could make it worth more points, but I'm just going to leave it at 1. And definitely want to shuffle option order. So again, that was the 3 dots. Make sure it's going to shuffle them because you don't want them all right clumped together like that. Okay. So again, this was checkboxes. It's good for when you have more than one answer. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new section. One of the good things about Google Forms is you can chunk the information for your students. You can chunk it, or you can also create sort of like branching or feedback loops we're going to learn about later. Or it's also good for, like a choose your own adventure kind of experience for your students. Go back to my planning guide. I'm going to do a matching grid. Okay. And I'm going to insert a question. There we go. So again, that little plus is inserting a question. And I'm going to title the section, types of questions. Okay, and I'm going to make this one a multiple choice grid. This is good for matching. Again, I'm going to have another image, like a little infographic. I've already did a screen capture of it. Okay, and the question is just going to be simply directions match the correct usage with the correct question type. Okay. And again, you can pause or fast forward as needed. Content-based questions. Choice. I can keep adding all these in. Let me add at least one more. Okay. Now, when you are doing the grid, again, you need to do a response with the 3 dots here on the lower right. You want to shuffle, and you want to limit 1 response per column. Okay. So we can take a look at what that's going to look like so far. If you want to preview, go to the upper right here, the little eyeball is preview, and you can see what it's going to look like from the student's point of view. So that's that first section. We'll just go through. There we go. Click. And then you can see this is matching. So multiple choice. You can see they shuffled the answers. Okay. And again, you notice it's not letting me choose two. Okay. There you go. And then I would have to submit. So you can get an idea what that looks like from that student point of view. I'm going to go back to the original form that I'm editing, and I'm going to add more to that later. Let's keep going. I'm going to add another section. All right, we're using that right here, another section. And this third section is going to be, okay, about multiple choice questions. Okay. And here in the description, I'm going to give a little bit of a reading, customizing your Google. Now here you could put, you could have a little article for them to read. You could put links in there if you like, though I try to keep that to a minimum. But again, this is a great place where you can put text for them to do some reading. Okay, I'm just going to make this a multiple choice, which it defaults to. Following icons is customize. Okay, so not only can I put pictures in the question, I can put pictures as answer choices. And this could be good for math or art or really a number of things. So I'm going to add some possibilities that I've already, again, they're already on my computer. I've already snipped them. And I can do that for all the answer choices. You can see I use snippet a lot. Make sure when you're saving your images or snippets that you know where they're being saved to. Okay, I'll leave it like that for now. I need to tell them the correct answer. I'm going to leave it at 1 point. Done. And again, shuffle. I like shuffling the questions. Now, for this one, I'm going to add some branching. So I'm going to go back to these three dots. Yes, I've already shuffled it, but I'm also going to add a go to section based on answer. Click on that. So if they get it wrong, I'm going to have them go to another section. So I'm going to create a new section. So if they get it wrong, I'm going to have them go to a tutorial. This could be a way of differentiation. On customizing. Let's go back here. Based on answer. Okay, yep. Customizing. Okay, so if they get it wrong, I want them to go to here. And in this, I'm going to add a video about customizing theme, or it could be if they got the math problem wrong, or they didn't understand a literary term. You could have a little video or a reading or whatever you like, an infographic on it. Let's go. This is the one I want. I already found the video I wanted and saved it. They do need to be YouTube videos. That much I have learned with Google Forms. Embedding other video types has not been very successful. Watch to learn more about customizing your Google Form theme. Okay, it's over here on the side. I like to center things. So the 3 dots, you can center it. If you did want to change it to another, you could remove it, you could change it, things like that. If I click on it, I can also make it larger. I tend to keep things fairly small in case kids are using their phones to do their work. Create a next section. Okay, but I want to go back for a second because I did here, click back here. I do want to make sure that if they get it wrong, they're not going to, all right, I want to make sure they go to the tutorial. So if they get it wrong, they have to watch the tutorial. If they get it correct, they can go on past the tutorial. I have them jump over it. Okay. So again, wait, if they get it wrong, let me fix that, sorry. If they get it wrong, they go to the tutorial. If they get it right, then they go to the next section. There you go. Okay, so the wrong answers, send them to the tutorial, and the correct answer, they jump over that. Okay, so this is a kind of branching. We're going to learn a lot more about that. Notice that after they're finished the tutorial, you could ask questions. You could, make them make sure that they've watched the video. But notice that it's going on. Eventually, they do get to go move forward. Okay. The next part. Upload questions. Loading work. So we're going to add a new question to this section. Another thing is you can have a file upload. This is optional. I do not use this regularly, but I've found from time to time some reasons to use it. Upload a snippet. Okay, so uploading work. Maybe they are doing a math problem where they create a little poster or a drawing, and you're going to have them take a picture of it, maybe take it with their phone, what have you, and upload it. So file upload will do that. Maximum number of files, usually 1, unless they're doing multiple things. You can change about how much it is as far as megabytes. I kind of leave that there. You could allow specific types if you wanted, probably PDF, video, but I'm just going to keep it non-specific right now. Okay. Next. Short answer. So I'm going to add another section. Again, I'm chunking different pieces of information. Differentiation. And back. Oops. I'm going to add a question. And again, I'm going to add more text here. Okay. And this question go to, and I have a link. So again, I do put links in. There, where is it? There it is. There's my link. I copy it. There we go. It's going to be a short answer. Again, something I don't use terribly often because the answer really should be 1 to 2 words. More than that, formatting issues are going to come into play. I would not do a sentence unless you're giving them like sentences to choose from. But even then, they type in a space wrong, a comma wrong, so many variables where they have the right answer, but the format wrong. And it's going to be frustrating for you and them. So I keep this very, very succinct. Okay. Okay, so there's going to be a code word. They're going to go to this puzzle. Notice it's not a live link right now, but when you go to preview mode, this will be a clickable link. They won't have to copy and paste. Okay. I'm going to go to 3 dots and do a response validation. And this means they won't be able to move forward until they get it correct. Text contains, and the word is branching. Try again. Okay, I may even give them a hint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, a 9-letter. Okay, so this is what they're going to get if they get it wrong, this little error message. And again, that was through a response validation. Okay, and next section. You want to know. The one thing you could do is have tutorials built in if they get something wrong, like earlier, or you can ask them if they want to know more about something. So I can create that question. It does need to be multiple choice. If I'm going to give them options or choices, like a choose your own adventure. Okay. And I'm just going to copy that again. It's a question. And yes. No. Yes, I would like to watch a short. And then I'm going to my 3 dots because I'm going to send them there. Go to section based on answer. And I need to create that section, so I have to add a section, which is going to be my branching tutorial. And I could put that tutorial here. I'm going to add this new one in. Oh, okay. I have that link. Let me go grab that again. There we go. I already found the one I wanted. I try to keep videos less than 5 minutes. I really try to keep them, if I can, like less than 2 minutes even. Watch this. Okay, and boom. Okay, so going back, now I can, if they want to watch the video with a branching tutorial, that's where it's going to send them. If not, it's going to send them past that, jump over it to section 9. Okay, and let's see, one more. One nice thing to do, you can end with like a little check-in. And add a question. That is a linear grid or linear scale, where 5 is the question, how are you feeling about Google Forms right now? And maybe 1 is not great. And fantastic. And those could be pictures. You could add pictures in. It could be emojis. It could be whatever you like. Okay. One thing I kind of like to do is I like adding GIFs, some sort of thing at the end as they're like they did a job well done. I'm gonna add an image, which is gonna be my GIF. Let me go grab a GIF first. Let me go. I have a Giphy, or you can just search Google. Giphy tends to work best. Well done. There we go. Got to click on it first, and then you have to download it. You cannot take it directly. Drag and drop directly will turn it into a static picture. I've learned this the hard way. So make sure, again, you're saving it. I'm saving it to my desktop. But you do need to save it to your computer, download it, then re-upload. So now I'm going to add the image. Again, it's saved to my computer. I'm not dragging it directly from Giphy. It will not work. Okay, so you can scroll down and they get a little feedback. I'm going to center it. And sometimes I'll put GIFs all throughout just to keep the momentum going for them. Okay, so we went over a bunch of different question types. Everything, right, from branching to simple multiple choice, adding images, adding GIFs, and good luck. Rewatch anything you need to, and feel free to ask questions.